Hey everybody, how's it going? So today I'm going to be working on the installation of the fuel tank. I have the 23-gallon fuel tank, and sorry I'm squinting a little bit because the glare outside, but nonetheless, the video is not going to be as instructional as I would like it to be, but I do want to give you some input on what I'm dealing with and seeing. To start with, if you can see here that I have um, this bracket here, and then this is the original one here. Uh, this one has two outside for J bolts, and this one had a J bolt and a hook on the end. So you'll want to keep that in mind for the 23 gallon if you get it from Tom's Bronco Parts. And I lay out all my parts here so that I can make sure that I'm replacing the old with the new. Anyways, so this is the new tank here. You want to go ahead and put on the sending unit. It has a little rubber gasket underneath. You will mount it here. Then you have like a cork gasket underneath here to mount this here. And then make sure you put your hoses on before you mount the tank. It'll make life easier for you. There's going to be some parts that I'm going to skip. This one here you could put a vent line through and help out with that. So one of the things I figured out while I'm trying to put in the new tank is that I need to remove all four of these brackets that were part of the old original tank. So when you're putting in a 23-gallon tank, you want to remove these. If you're putting in an original style, just newer, you could probably keep these in, not 100% sure, but there's not enough room to put these in there. And then, at least what I found out is that on mine, my bolts were like really, sorry they're not focusing very well, but these are the bolts that came out. I also had to trim the original piece off here, and then the one that came with Tom Bronco's parts for the 23-gallon tank had extra wire. And then you'll get a couple of loops and a couple of butt connectors. And then I used my jack and also some blocks to go ahead and go up underneath there. And so, as you can see, I'm still trying to get it all the way in here. It's not fully mounted quite yet. I wanted to leave it loose. Actually getting help from a friend as well to make sure that it's a lot easier to put in. But here's the J bolts here. Like I said, it's not fully bolted yet. I just have it placed. This allows me to connect the new hoses to the new filler neck that I'm installing. The filler neck's really easy. You'll see up here there's a bracket, and you'll just have a bolt and nut on there for that. And then on the other side, here I'll just slide across. On this side here, there's just three screws that hold it to the panel on this side. And I definitely suggest making sure you add the hoses in. This hose here, actually the larger filler neck hose slipped on really easy, so left it off and then just slid it on afterwards over the frame. This one on the other hand is quite the pain, the vent hose. So I went ahead and installed that first. I'm kind of upset because I put the tank in without putting in the carburetor line, which this is the carburetor line here, and the carburetor line doesn't reach the new tank, and so I have to run a line all the way up around the frame, all the way through here. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but up through that frame, which I'm not looking forward to doing. I might have to redrop the tank. The extra line that you get from Tom Broncos is pretty long, which was really nice because it allowed to actually have the tank. Like I said, sorry I didn't get to show you that part of it, but it was hard to do that while trying to record. So nonetheless, the lines are really long, so I was able to leave the tank down so I could connect it, because all the connectors, as I showed earlier, are on top of the tank. And once that's done, I'll be able to tighten these up and get the tank fully flush mount. And as you can see here, it's really close to the frame. And then this one also has a J-bolt on this side, which the original design did not have. The original design had like a hook through the frame. And I actually prefer to have the J-bolts on both sides, so thank you for that. One thing I didn't know is that this tank also comes with a drain plug. How awesome is that? So I'm pretty stoked about that. And then the tank will sit right there, right up underneath your tailgate. And this is how it kind of looks below. Like I said, it's slightly shifted. It needs to go up because I haven't fully mounted it yet. But that's where I'm at so far. And if anybody's wondering, I had a tank underneath here to run the fuel line into that tank, so I can actually start the Bronco up to do a test, if anyone was curious. So that's where I'm at so far, and I'm just going to be wrapping it up with tightening these bolts, adding the extended fuel line, which is 9.5 millimeter, also known as 3/8. And as soon as I attach that, the tank will be in. I can't remember if I mentioned it, but just as a reminder, make sure that you yeah, I'm sitting on the floor. Just make sure that when you are doing this, that you try to vacuum out your tank, because mine had some stuff in it, and so you don't want that going through your fuel lines and into your carburetor. So yep, that's about it. And if I have some more, I'll make sure to add it to the end of this. So all right, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll have more videos coming up as soon as I could get around to them. And thank you for watching. All right, bye.